Hello,
Oh,
I don't see you. Oh, now I see half of you.
hello.
Hi, how are you, Abe?
I'm good, Baruch Hashem.
So tomorrow will be at 9 p.m. also.
I saw that. Thank you very much. I
Sorry?
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I don't understand. Your voice is breaking.
I said I appreciate it that you're
Oh,
doing it at night.
yeah. I asked him today and he wanted to do it in shul, but then he realized he was going to be in the valley tomorrow. And it's too hot for them to walk.
Ah,
For me, it's only a block, but for them,
that's what I
it's
heard.
like
Yeah,
10 blocks.
right, right.
Anyhow, this Gemara is not so easy.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. And the Gemara I'm using is I don't know, for some reason, it's a small print. The Art Scroll Travel version
Oh,
is a
it's
very,
very
very small.
small print.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I use the normal one. The guy always wants to sell me the smaller one. I said, no, I'm too old and half blind to use that. But I
Yeah.
think the travel one is not a hard copy, it's a soft copy, right? Soft cover.
Right, right, exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hi, Johnny.
Hey, hi.
It's a good thing it's only a few blocks.
What?
No, we're talking about the small print in the travel version.
It means small print of the Gemara?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually small in the large one also. I don't know why it looks like a smaller print than the regular one.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
Maybe because
Yeah,
they wanted to put both Gemaras together, but
No,
you know
yeah,
what?
maybe they wanted to cram it in one volume, I guess.
Yeah,
no, but there's two in the volume.
There are two auras?
In the large one, Horyus,
yeah,
and you have Idios. In the
yeah.
small one, you have only for Horyus.
Oh,
Interesting.
yeah,
Hmm.
they must have crammed it because I also was thinking the print looks very small.
Yeah.
Mostly, it's actually the print of the smaller version.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m. I'm
Yes,
not
I already advised everybody.
good. Okay. Horyus Dalit. Velomo boilamanda omer tzibur maisi. It's not a question for in the case of the mistaken psak, according to the person who says that not the Bezdin brings it, but the people bring it. The mafarsim milsa. The tzibur is talking amongst themselves that the Bezdin changed their mind. But it came to the one, even according to Mandama, that the one who brings the korban is based in Shalom Farsa Milsa. There, it may not be noticeable that they changed their mind. We're talking about the person, if the individual in Beis Din who made the affair would have asked, they would have told him that they changed their mind. And therefore, when he acted al das atzmo, and he didn't totally his decision in Beis Din. That's why he brings the Osham Toli. Arba Rav Yossi bar Ravin v'Tem Rav Yossi bar Zvida. Moshel sumchos l'mad davar doime. Lo adam shevi kaparaso ben hashmoshes. For example, person brings a korban chatas, but you bring it between night and day, which is ben hashmoshes. Sofik yom, sofik laila. So a korban only works if you bring it in the daytime. It doesn't work at night. So Safik mi bad yom niskaper lo, Safik mishachashik niskaper lo. We don't know. Maybe he doesn't have kapara. There ain't maybe Asham Toli. Such a Safik, he doesn't bring Asham Toli. Because Asham Toli is only brought, let's say you have two pieces of fat. One is chaylev, one is permitted. You eat one of them. You don't know which one you ate. You may have eaten chaylev, then you bring an Asham Toli. At some point in the future, somebody's going to come and say, oh, you know, that piece of fat you ate, that was really chaylev. Now you bring a real chatas. So, but that is a situation where it's capable of the true fact coming out. Here, this is a permanent suffix. We don't know whether Bein HaShmoshes is treated like day or night. We can't be Mavarer there. So in such a case, you don't bring an Asham Toli. It's not a shaila for the one that says that somebody that Beis Din brings the korban shlo parsma milsala, people don't know about it. And the parsma mils people are talking about it. If Beis Din would have changed his mind, they would have told him. Hacha is safik mi b'yom he can ask a billion people. No one's going to know the answer to the question whether Bein HaShmoshes is considered day or night. Armela Ben Azai responds to Rabbi Kiva. We talked about somebody who sits in his house versus somebody who's traveling to China. And Rabbi Kiva said, he goes to China, there's no way for him to find out that Beis Din changed their mind. So Shapir Kamerle Rabbi Kiva Ben Azai. Rabbi Kiva has a good point. Amarava, we're not talking about somebody who's actually left to China. Shehichzik b'derech, he's planning to go. He hasn't left yet. He's just busy in his preparations. Ikvin ben Azar chayiv. According to Ben Ezra, in such a situation, he would be chayiv because Dabba Besa is say, and he would have heard that maybe Beis Din changed their mind. And he's too busy. Then we made a distinction between Beis Din throwing out the whole halacha versus just a detail. Harolo Beis Din of course kol haguf. So if they say there's no Shabbos and the person violates Shabbos, there's no parhelim davar shel sib. Tanur Rabbanan v'nelam davar mei ne'akol v'lo she'akra mitzvah kula. It's only a davar, but not the whole mitzvah. Ketzad. If they say Amru ein nida b'torah, there's no din of nida, or ein Shabbos b'torah, or ein avodah zarah b'torah, and they paskin, and somebody does the aveira. Is in that case, I might think that they'd have to chayiv to bring parlam davar shel tzibur talmud lomer v'nelam davar v'lo she'tisal mitzvah kula. In such a case, they would not bring the korban. Hareinu b'turin aval onru. Yesh nida b'torah ela habal shemer yom keneged yom potter. A certain detail where if a woman sees blood on one of the days, the next day she has to keep clean. Let's say they didn't know that halacha. They said there's nida, but not that. Or they said yesh Shabbos b'torah val moitzim mishus hayachid mishus harabim potter. If you carry from inside to outside, you're potter. Or yesh avodah zarah b'torah val mishtach v'lo potter. But there is avodah zarah. If you bow down, you don't get a chiyuv. Yachol yu peturin. Maybe also in that case, they wouldn't bring the parlam davar. Nelam davar v'lo kol haguf. They would bring the parlam davar shel tzibur in that case. Omer Mar. Yachol yu peturin. Maybe they would have been potter. The ibq mitzvah bittul mitzvah peturin. If there'd be potter in only part of the mitzvah, be bakiras kol haguf, getting rid of the whole mitzvah peturin, then in what case b'may chayovin? When would they ever be chayiv? So, Tanahachi kakashale, ema dover kula milsa mashma. When it says meinei dover, maybe the Torah meant that Beis Din paskin that the whole mitzvah goes away. Talmud dover v'nelam dover, only a part. My mashma, where do you see that nelam dover means it's a part? Amr ula kari bay Vanilla midov. That's how you have to understand. Chizki Omar Amakra, Va'asu achas mikol mitzvahs, v'lo kol mitzvahs. Mikol mitzvahs v'lo kol mitzvahs. Mitzvahs is tarti mashra. Maybe you don't bring a korban unless they made a mistake on 2 mitzvahs. Mitzvahs ksiv, where you could read it with just 1 mitzvah. Rav Ashi Amar Yoliv, Dover Mizakin Mamri, just like a rebellious Zaken. The Chsiv Bebe Zaken Mamri ki polemim chadover. Lo sosum na dover shegid chaminu small. Ma Mamre, it's even mina dover lo kol dover. It's just 1 mitzvah. Af boira dover v'lo kol guf. Even a part of the mitzvah. Ari Rabbi Shmuel, ein bezin chayovin at sheyor b'dover shenat tukin moedim bo. It has to be a Torah Shabbat Pedin that they made a mistake. Something that the tzdukim agree with, because it's written in they paskin halacha like it's written in the Torah. Something that even it's saduk. If they make a mistake, they don't bring the parlam dover shel tzibur. Aval b'dover shat tzdukim moedim bo p'turin. Right there, they would not bring the parlam dover if the tzdukim agree. My time, huh? Zil kari beiravu. It's so simple that even if you went into the yeshiva, they would know the answer. If Bezdin made such a mistake, it's not even considered a shkaka. Tana. Yesh nida b'toira. They say there is nida. Avalabol shemer yom kineged yom patur. We say that would suffice for parliament over shel tzibur. But this is something that even the tzdukim agree. Ve'amai shemer yom kineged yom haksiv. The safra law. And it's still melamed shesoferes achad leachad. So the tzdukim are moed of this. So the Amri Ha'ara Sharya, they said that not having relations with the nida, just inserting the tip is enough, or is not going to be chayiv. Gemar biyahu dasira. But the Torah Shabbat Peh learns that even Ha'ara makes the isser. However, the Gemara says anami ksiv. The tzdukim of hold this as mikorah ha'ara. The Amri, because we're talking about a kedarka asira, shalo kedarka shari. They said by a nida having regular relations there'd be a chiyuv, but if you have like anal intercourse, you would not be. You'd be potter. But the tzdukim agree with that too. Aksiv mishkavei isha, which means multiple types of relations. The Amri Kedarka Asra Filu Ha'ara, but Shalok Kedarka Gemar Biyahusha Asra, Ha'ara Sharya. Because they said that full penetration is required. So, Iyachi Afilu Nida, Nami. Maybe they made the same argument for a Nida. El La'olam Kedarka, we're talking about regular relations. With the Amri Ha'ara Be'isha Dava, Hudiksiva. It's also written. It's not written by Shomeres Yom, it's written by Ha'ara. And that's so if they made that mistake, there would be parlam davar shel tzibur. Iboy sema, the Amri Zava lo havi ela biyamama. For example, let's say you only become a Zava if you see blood in the daytime, not in the nighttime. The chsiv kol yemei Zova. However, it says it's not yesh Shabbos b'toira. Lamoitzi meshus meshus potter. Carrying from one rishus to rishus, you'd be potter. But the tzdukim agree, "V'may hoitzah ksiv lo sotziu masa mibatechem." Don't carry, and the tzdukim accept that. The Amri hotzah sha'aser, going from your house to the outside is prohibited. Avalach nasa, from the inside to the from the outside to the inside would be mutter. V'bay sebed Amri hotzah dasira. Or they said carrying for mam rishus is aser. Aval moishid v'zorik throwing. Maybe shori. It's not. Yesh avodah zarah b'Torah. If the chachamim say there's avodah zarah, but mishtach of a potter, but bowing down does not create the chiyuv. But that also is written. Mishtach v'aksiv t'chsiv lo zishtach v'leil acher. So the tzdukim would agree. How could it be tvar davar shel tzibur? The Amri ki asira ishtach v'kedarka. That's if you bow the normal way. Aval shelo kedarka sharya. That's why there would be par helam dover. That they said that the normal bowing is usher. The ispe pishut yadayim raglaim, because you're stretching out your hands and feet. Hayishtachava delespa pishut yadayim raglaim, but bowing without hands and feet would be sharya. That would also be a detail that if they paskin would be paralim davar shel tzibur. Boy Rav Yosef, what if they said ein risha b'Shabbos? There's no prohibition of plowing on Shabbos. Ma. They know that there are other prohibitions of Shabbos, and it's only by plowing. So maybe that's like a detail in Nida. Kabitul mixes for Q mitzvahs tummy, and therefore there would be a chiv korban. Oidilma, kiven to ka'akrin lay, they're getting rid of the whole din, kakira's goof. It's like getting rid of the whole Shabbos tummy. Toshma. Yesh nida b'tor v'alabal shomer shem kineged yom potter would be example where they bring the korban. V'amai ha'akrin shmar shem kineged yom kolikar. The whole concept of watching one day for the other day is being rid of. Rav Yosef, shemeres yom dekamrinon is kiddushanina. It has nothing to do with the day. It has to do with whether you need full penetration or just minor insertion. But they didn't get rid of the whole bit of the whole issue. Toshma. That would be Potter. Now, Freik the Gemara, why would there be a korban there? But Ha'akrin loit saw kolikar, you've gotten rid of the whole din of carrying. So Nami Kiddushaninан, we're only talking about, for example, Zoyrek and Moishid, throwing something or passing something. But they didn't get rid of the whole prohibition of carrying. Toshma. Let's say they said that would be a korban. Now, why? They've gotten rid of the whole concept of bowing. That they only said that if you didn't mishtachava kedarka, but they didn't get rid of complete ishtachava. Boy Rav Zera. Ein Shabbos b'shviyas. They say 6 years out of the 7-year cycle, we have Shabbos. In the Shemitah year, we don't have Shabbos. Now, b'may to, what made them make that mistake? Ba'adein kra, because it says becharish uvekatzir tishbos. When it talks about Shabbos, it says you shouldn't plow or harvest. Well, bisman de'ikachrisha, when there's plowing, you'll have Shabbos, ikach Shabbos. Ubisman de'lekachrisha, but if there's no plowing, leka Shabbos. So maybe they're getting rid of a whole thing. Mi amrinon kiven de mekaymin lo b'shar shnei shavot. Maybe since they're fulfilling Shabbos in the other 6 out of the 7 years, it's kapitel mixes v'kiyu mixes tummy. It is keeping the main halacha. Oy dilma kiven de ka'akrin lei b'shvi is completely is kakir sakuf tummy. Maybe it's like saying there's no Shabbos. Am Ravina Toshma Navi shnis nabi lakor davar medivrei Torah. A Navi who prophesies to get rid of a mitzvah in a Torah, he's chayv misa as a Navi sheker. If he prophesied lebitul miktas l'kiyum mitzvahs, Rabbi Shimon Oim, it's only like a detail. Rabbi Shimon says, Potter, you're not chayv misa. Uvavod zara afilu omer hayom oivdo l'machar batla. Only do it today, not tomorrow. Chayv. But bittul mixes is a bad isser. Shema mina, a bezdin that says ain't Shabbos b'shviyas is kabittul mixes v'kir mikvas tummy, and they would have to bring the korban paralam davar shel tzibur. Shema mina, that's a good raya. Mission. Haru bezdin. Bezdin made a psak. The yado echad man shato. One of them knew they made a mistake. The Amar Lem, he said to them, Toinatem, you're mistaken. Oh, Shaloya Mufla Shal Bezdin Sham. The most senior Talmid Chacham was missing that day. Oshaya Echad Mehem Ger Mamzer Nesin. One of the Dayanim was a convert or a Mamzer, which are Pasalei Le Dayanas. Or Zakin Shalaroy Labanim, or couldn't have children. Hare Zeh Potter. So the Bezdin would not bring a Parliament Davar Shel Tzibur. Shkei Nemar Kan Ada. It says v'inkol adas Yisrael yishku. V'nemer lahaliam, by Rotzeach, it says v'shaftua Ada, bein ha'makeh v'ingol adam. Ma Ada more lalim kulon ru'in loy ra. They have to be roy lari ra. The Gemara will prove to us soon. Af Ada murakan achi kulon ru'in loy ra. We said, O Shalaya Mufla Shal Beis Din Sham, if the Gadol Ador was not there, then the Beis Din is not liable for the korban. Minola. Am Rav Shesel Chaim Tana Devei Rabbi Shmuel, and they ma amru haru bidvar shad tuki moedim bok turim. If they made a mistake on something that even the tzdukim know, there's no korban. Now, midnei sha'aylam lilmod v'lo lamdu, because they should have learned, they didn't learn. So lo yamufla shel beis din sham nami p'turim if they sha'aylam lilmod v'lo lamdu. They didn't learn properly. Nemar shameda v'nemar kaneda. Ad shikulan ruin loy ra. Hasaminon. How do you know that by the when it says Ada to adjudicate a murder case, that they have to be roy loy ra? When Moshe was commanded to gather the 70 Sanhedrin, it says v'yitzyatzvu sham imach. Imach b'doim lecha. That just like Moshe was roy loy ra, they are too. Ema imcha l'shchina. Maybe it doesn't mean loy ra, it means to be makabel l'shchina. Olam radach bar Yitzchak, damar kra, v'shavtu asam b'chol esvak, kal me'alecha v'nasu itcha. Itcha b'doimin lecha. Has to be similar to you, Moshe. Hayru Beis Din shoygigin. Beis Din made a mistake. V'asu kol kahal shoygigin. And the more than 51% of the Klal Yisrael acted, mevi in par. So that's the classic case where the Beis Din would have to bring a par. But if Beis Din were mezidin, they knew that they paskined wrong. V'asu shoygigin. And the kahal believed what they did. So mevi and kizba v'seira, the yechidim, the Jews who violated the Yisra have to bring a korban chatas. And not the Beis Din. If the Beis Din was shoygigin, the asu mezidin, the kahal, they knew that Beis Din made a mistake, but they did it anyways. They were mezid. Then the Beis Din is potter, or elu p'torin. Shoygigin, if the Beis Din was shoygig, and the people asu mezidin are elu p'torin. Ha shoygig dumi lemezid. But shoygeg close to mezid chayiv. The Beis Din would have to bring hechi dami. Shoru Beis Din shechelev mut. Beis Din paskin that this chelev was permitted, and the guy nechlaf lo b'shumin. The person had a piece of fat. He thought it was permitted. It turns out it was this prohibited fat. V'achla. So lema tipshon under by Rabbi Bar Chama. Over there in the previous plot, we asked the same question. We left it unanswered. Armelacha mishum de toneration mezidin vasu shoygigin tana sefer shoygigin vasu mezidin. We can't be medag from here. The editor of this Mishnah just listed it stylistically because the Reisha mentioned this. They mentioned in the sefer, but you can't be medag the way we medag. Okay, this Mishnah will start tomorrow, 9 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay, so yeah, good Shabbos.
Have a good Shabbos.
Thank you.
Okay, good Shabbos.
Shabbos.
That was-